Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. My name is Kartik. I'm one of the co-founders of ETH Global, and I'm super excited to welcome all of you to Metabolism Finale. We are about to wrap up this event, and you're all joining us on ethglobal.tv. So for those of you joining us for the first time, this is a place we're going to be using for all of this event, as well as the rest of the demos. We're going to talk about all the things that came out of it and also answer any questions if you have them for us. And also, for anybody who's joining in and participating, we'll be giving out NFT co-apps for being part of this event. So let's get this started. Metabolism is an ETH Global event. What does that mean? This means this is part of an event that's part of our mission to bring on more developers and creators into the Web3 ecosystem. And we are doing this thing by running summits and a hackathon for the past kind of 6 days. So for the summit piece, we actually ran 2 summits over the last 6 days. It was a technical summit covering everything that's happening in the Zora ecosystem, which was on the 4th of August. And then we had our creative summit that was yesterday on the 9th of August, talking about all the incredible things happening in this ecosystem. And from there, we are coming back to the hackathon, which has been an incredible event for us. We had 441 hackers from 65 different countries and 16 different time zones participating. These are all the places people came from to participate at the event. And over the past few days, they worked on really incredible and creative projects. And all in all, we got to see so many creative things. In addition, we had 28 ecosystem partners as well and 55 ecosystem mentors that were here to help everybody get unblocked and just get the right help that they need. And we're giving away $100,000 in prizes. So we're going to talk about all that stuff over the next hour or so and go into details of who won what some of our amazing partners are, and everything that came out of this. So it blew our minds when we saw the number of submissions. We have 106 submissions that came on Sunday from 400 people building on top of Zora. And before we kind of go into all the teams and everything that came from the judging process, I want to quickly thank some of our amazing partners who are not only giving away some prizes, but also were vital to making sure this event is successful. So I want to quickly thank Zora for making this event a really amazing event by being our incredible partner. I want to thank LivePeer and NFT.storage, Polygon and Lit Protocol, and then Spinamp, Artiva, Juicebox, Refraction, Made.fun, African NFT Community, Sound Obsessed, Developer DAO, and Noom. Then also want to thank, oops, I missed a slide. Maybe I missed 2 slides. So Mochi, Float, Alta, Anchor, and Arpeggi. And thank you so much for being our incredible partners. All right, so let's go into this 106 submissions. So 106 teams submitted projects on Sunday. On Monday, 2 days ago, we went through an incredible judging process. And from there, we got to come up with a list of 8 incredible teams that we're calling our finalists, and we're going to be bringing on today to demo what they built and showcase some of the interesting things that our judges found from this event. So without further ado, these are our 8 incredible finalists. I want to congratulate Pearl, Release Club, Mixtape, Zoraland, Decensus, Rex, Nea, and Atrium. They are going to be they're going to be coming on and sharing what they built. They're going to get 5 minutes to demo everything that came out of this weekend and the past 4 days worth of work for them. And after that, we're going to cover all the prizes. But before I go into our very first demo, I want to quickly take a second and thank all of these incredible teams. Just because you were not one of these 8 projects listed before, it does not mean you were not good enough. I'm going to make sure that this event is a way for you to get into this space, really understand what is happening and how do you actually take a more active role in anywhere from being a better developer or a creator or just being more aligned to integrated into this ecosystem. So please, we encourage all of you to continue working on these projects and ping us or any of our partners for any help that you need. We're there to support you and really make sure that you have all the resources and help you need to be successful. So thank you again to all of you for 100 plus teams here. And I really hope to see you again at a future event and being more active in this ecosystem. And for those of you who are wondering, how do I learn more about these teams? You can head over to ethglobal.com/showcase and see every single project that came out of it, including our finalists. And you'll be able to look at that right now and see in a lot of detail what they built and how they built it and everything else around it, including links to the live demos. All right, enough talking for me. Let's go jump into our very first demo. And without further ado, I'd like to bring on Project Pearl. We'll come on and start with the demo. So please welcome the Pearl team on stage. Take it away.
So hi, my name is Celeste, and I'm going to tell you about Pearl. So Pearl is a design platform where type designers, and the design community can create, discover, and sell designs and typeface. So with Pearl, we want to onboard the creative ecosystem on chain, from designing to showcasing assets while bringing back value to the designers. So today, like in other creative industries, the value of the creative work is decreased by how the market functions. So we have big resellers that take a huge amount of fees on every sale. We have type designers losing ownership on what they create. There is still a lot of font pirating today. And from the graphic designer perspective, it can be difficult to identify and source a font. So you will have a volunteer-based community, Facebook group, websites where people share information about font and share the proper link to buy it. So this is like the landscape today. And what we want to do with Pearl is to bring all of this creative cycle within our website. So type designer would sell their font license as an NFT. Graphic designer can buy it, use it, share it, and sell design all within the same place. So both parties keep ownership, they set their own rules, and they can find inspiration and showcase their work, source type font and designs, all within Pearl's gallery. So how does it work? So we have a gallery where you can browse by typeface or by design. If there is a font that you like, you can just click on it. Here you can find all the metadata of the font. So you have the type designers, you have the license type, you have the number of font owners. These are metadata from the NFT. You can also see all the designs that use the font. And let's say I want to buy it to create my next design. I can then purchase it, find it in my wallet. And if I own this NFT, it means I can download my assets, so my work file. I will be able to download the TTF file, OTF file to work with on my design. When I've made my design, maybe it's a template and I want to sell it. So in that case, I can upload it on Pearl, and my design will be available for other graphic designer to see and to buy if they want to. So let's say I'm another graphic designer and I want to use this design. If I buy it, the first designer will receive the revenue from the sale, and the type designer that has his font used in this design will also receive a royalty. So it's a way to have all the creative history of a design, and a way also to bring back the value to each party in the creation process. So during the hackathon, we managed to build the gallery using Zora starter kit. We retrieved the metadata from the NFT that we uploaded on IPFS using NFT storage. We also managed to implement the Create Your Font edition for type designers. So here you can create your font. You upload your specimen image, you set your own price, and you can just create your font. Sorry, I'm lagging a bit. Oops. Okay, never mind the transaction. Okay, so maybe you can go check by yourself. We have a live demo. I really want to thank the team for organizing this hackathon. We had a lot of fun building and we learned a lot. Thank you very much for your attention. We are the Pearl team. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I know we ran into some lag at the end, but being able to sort of upload fonts and create a marketplace around it is a super cool, unique example of using Zora SDK and just NFTs in general. This is generally cool. So congratulations, and I hope I'll get to use it very soon. All right, next up we have our second demo, and that is Mixtape. So I'll let the team come on and share their demo and make sure that you share audio.
Hi, everyone. Hi, we're Mixtape. So what is Mixtape? Mixtape is basically a decentralized music platform owned by collectors, artists, and users. So what is actually the users and can build music collection or mixtape combining music NFT and music collection, and with public music library powered by Spindex uh, from Spinamp. And we can directly split the proceeds back to the artist, included in a mixtape or collection. We token gated the access with the lit protocol, and we build a social layer with the Orbis SDK with the ID standard through Ceramic Network. We deployed on Polygon to create a low gas fee to create more competitive pricing model for every music collection. So yeah, let's go straight to the demo. Okay, here, if you can see, here's our main page over here. Like you can see that there's a music player, no search button. It streams music unstoppable from Spindex API because we want every good music discovered. So yeah, we test. So yeah, it's played well. So if you can see here, there's the chat room. It's actually a decentralized chat. So yeah, I can really type something here, and it will show up shortly. Yep. But what the interesting part is, everyone's here is not actually replying from the mixtape page, but they actually kind of reply from here, community channel that we create on orbis.club. So it's fully decentralized. So other than that, we also like create an explore page where you can see all the featured mixtapes that previously made by other users, and also we kind of pull all the music NFT that only listed on the market here. So basically, we pull this data from Zora's API to showcase that the centralized marketplace is really possible with this. So yeah. So after that, yeah, maybe you can go back to the main page. If you find a music that you really like, you can directly add it to your playlist. But Web3 is actually about interoperability. So what we really want to show you here that we can also create a playlist directly from another dApps. For example, from Spinamp. Let's say let me create a really quick playlist here, and I can add something to the playlist. Real quick. Okay, and boom, here's the magic. We can do that on Spotify though. So yeah, it's still okay. So it's like this. So okay, so basically a new playlist is already created. So I can let everyone listen to it for free. But if I want to create the mixtape and sell it to people, like I just can create pass here and maybe like put it on, get the access pass. So yeah, just confirm the transaction. So yeah, it's didn't really close, but we can check if the transaction is processing here. Yeah, it's still on pending, but while we're waiting, another features that I really want to show you that, yeah, we built a personalized chat for you to engage with your community on the right side. And also all the profiles, like I told you before, like we built in with the ID standard. So basically what you can really do is to like see, like if you see here, my followers and my following, it's actually the same with the one on the Orbis. Same followers, same following. So yeah, it carried my followers across the platform. So let's check about the, okay, it's actually happening. So if let's say I'm opening another account and want to open like to play this. It's token gated. Yeah, I need to buy this. So yeah, I just need to buy the access pass. Confirm the transaction. So yeah, what we really want to implement that when the sales happens, we really want to directly split the proceeds to all the artists included on the playlist, but we haven't implemented that right now because there's significant challenge for us. So yeah, let's see if the transaction is okay. It's done. It's already open, and we can play the song. So yeah. So what's next? Yeah, the potential upgrade for mixtape is actually we want to co-create collection or mixtape with your community. The direct split revenue share for the artists from past or mixtape sales, more personalization, or host your own collection page, makes it a standalone music platform, and live performance feature or voice on stream on chat, building a verifiable credential from music you're listening every day or activity on mixtape. So the expected result from mixtape is it's just not a music player, it's a social tool where the future popular music is not only decided by the marketing strategy, but by community curation, creating a sizable market for diverse music genre, create another revenue stream for artists, NFT music collectors, unlocking potential for band management DAO or community-owned music label, reason to collect more music NFT, the central music platform where the content and data is truly owned by the users. Thank you.
Amazing. Well, congratulations for that awesome demo. We also got to see the whole token gating experience work. So that was really cool. Well, this is actually awesome, and this also just the UI is incredible. Like I hope that this becomes more of a standard. I want to bring back the design theme for everything else here. So hope you continue working on this thing, and congrats again.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. With that, we are ready for our third demo, and the next team is Decensus. So whenever you're ready, feel free to get started.
Hey, thank you, Kartik. All right, so we're Team Decensus. I wanna thank you all and congratulate you all for making it to the finals, especially my teammate Takuya, who actually became a dad today, which is pretty insane. So we hacked an incentivized privacy protected survey generator for NFT communities, mainly using the protocol on Zora. What can you do with it? Well, any NFT user from a community can start their own survey to gain insights about it. So questions like country, skills, time zones, all these type of usual questions in NFT communities can be solved by throwing out a survey and getting explicit data about the community. All this becomes token gated, meaning that only community members of that NFT or DAO can access the survey. And the main incentive that people have to answer the survey is actually accessing the data from other respondents. So you can get all these insights in exchange of your information. All this is with privacy in mind. So it's all decentralized using this protocol. No wallet addresses are ever stored and results are aggregated. Now let's do a demo. So here's the landing page or the home screen where you can see your own forms. So we can create our own form. Let's call it Metabolism. And we can input our token gating address. In this case, it's an NFT that my wallet address owns an item from. We can select the kind of questions that we want to show. So let's say we want to ask about age, gender, and country. Now, a first transaction is going to go through. This first transaction is going to check. It's going to create the mapping between the token gating NFT address and the survey. It's going to check that the survey is actually ERC721 compatible. And it's also going to make sure that me as a survey creator owns an item from that NFT at least. Now, once it goes through, we can copy the URL for the survey and we can share it with other people. So once they go to the survey, they can start answering the question. So let's say we're like between 20 and 30, we're a female, we are from the US, and we submit it. Now, a second transaction is going to go through. This second transaction is going to check first that the survey exists. Second, let me take it here. Second, that the respondent has at least one of those items from that NFT collection that's token gating. And it's also going to generate a verification proof that's going to be stored on chain. So once it goes through, we're going to be able to see the stats that we are awarded for being one of the participants. In this case, we're only gonna see the distribution of me as a respondent, but we have other examples. I'm gonna go quickly to another wallet where I have other forms, and I can show you an example of like something we ran last night on our team and other people. So this is taking a while because everything is on chain, so we have to accept the timings. So in this example, we can see a bit more answers and the distributions and data from the NFT that we pulled from Zora. And this is the demo. Now, to finish with this, sorry, I forgot. Let's keep going. So how does it work? Well, we use this protocol for two things, one for the encryption and the other one for token gating the survey questions and the answers. We use Ceramic for the decentralized storage. We have our own smart contracts to map the token gating and the encrypted survey addresses. And we use Zora for the metadata of the NFTs, as I said before. Why does it matter? It's a real problem that we, as a team, discovered throughout going through different NFT communities. Being asked about what is the right strategy that we have to run, are we diverse enough or not, and how can we engage more with the community? That's why we're trying to tackle this set of problems. And for the future work, we want to deploy to mainnet. We want to give incentives, different incentives, such as other types of tokens, such as fungible tokens. So basically paying people for completing surveys. And we also want to do multiple table analysis, multiple survey analysis. And for that, we would need some privacy, some more advanced privacy things like secret proofs. And that's everything. I hope you liked it.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for that awesome demo. And it's going to be a really awesome thing to be able to now get more information on what's happening in the community, especially with these decentralized surveys. And Takuya, congratulations. And thank you so much for staying up late. Hopefully you have a great rest of the week filled with a lot of joy. So congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. With that, we are ready for our fourth demo, and that is Project Nea. So it's fun whenever you're ready.
Hi, I'm David from Team Nea, and today we are going to show you our program. What is Nea? Nea is the first two-factor authenticator. That means that we know that in Web3, we don't have a two-factor authenticator, and all we can do is log in with a simple wallet. So what we are trying to do is to make an NFT login with a code using a dynamic NFT smart contract and lead protocol. So let's say we are on our website and we want to, let's say you have a website and you want to use Nea. So all you have to do is you have two options. The first one is joining on our already existed smart contract with the dynamic NFTs, or we can provide you your own smart contract. So we already have a smart contract, and this smart contract is changing the key, the code at every minute using our own Nea API. And we change a 6-digit code each minute. So let's say you want to implement this on your website. Okay, you have to put your NFT collection. When you press update metadata, you log in with your wallet, and the site sees your afferent NFT. And we go to Nea website, where we will log in again with our wallet, and we will receive a code. That code, it's from our metadata. Once we received it as a decrypted code, it was taken on the lead protocol API. So we were given access with the access control function on the lead protocol API, and then decrypt it. Afterwards, we go to our website. We put our NFT collection. We will make it with an username. We also want to implement on this website with Zora, so you can have a profile picture based on an NFT. And when we try our code, we are logging in the site. Another interesting thing is the smart contract, which is dynamic, and every minute, it refreshes for every individual. And you also can use only NEA on your website. So you don't have to use it as two-factor authenticator. You'll use it only as the first authenticator. So you won't have to use your main wallet, risking your assets. So you will have to use a random wallet you have with an almost priceless NFT. So that's it, our project. I hope you liked it, and I thank you for your attention.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Being able to do Web3 native two-factor codes it's awesome. And I think the best part is that the recovery code is already baked into the contract. So as long as you don't lose your private keys, this kind of scales really nicely and genuinely like a super amazing use case for building this thing as NFTs and just being on Web3. So this is really cool. Congrats. And I think you should really make this a nice standard. There's a lot of fun stuff here. So congrats. And with that, we are ready for our next demo. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Kevin from Release Club. Whenever you're ready.
I'm Kevin. I'm here from Release Club. I'm just going to share my screen here and we'll start with the slides. So Release Club is a meta platform for music NFTs. Hang on. There we go. So during this hackathon, we've formed an incredible team, with very diverse background in terms of experience and skills that they're bringing to the table. And we're super proud of that. That's been the best part about this hackathon for me. With this, we've planted the seeds for an awesome open source community that's going to support Release Club into the future. So what it does, hang on, I've got to move you guys out of the way so I can see the words. Sorry about that. With Release Club, you gain the benefits of a curated music NFT platform that you control, the contracts that you create from Zora's Creator Toolkit. Our future goal is to open the path for any type of NFT contract to be pushed to your platform. By creating a club, a group of artists can define their own platform, craft a unique identity, and reach their audience together. So as you see here, you bring your music to Release Club, bring your own contract, release together, bring other artists, your own platform. It's pretty straightforward. So our smart contracts act as a simple registry to put your club on chain and to make it easily discoverable by indexing on-chain data. Our factory contract deploys your custom club contracts and emits an event that existing indexers like Spindex and New Network can use to find every Release Club deployment on Ethereum. Not only does this allow your club to be easily discovered, but this is also what makes it possible for our UI to be entirely optional. It's your platform on chain when you want it. So with that, we'll jump into a quick demo. This is our awesome landing page, which I couldn't be happier with. Down here at the bottom, you can find the team members. There's plenty of good information in here, so please check it out. Click here to create your first club. We'll call it Metabolism. And we'll click Create Club. So it's going to ask us to confirm a transaction because you're deploying a contract. And this takes about 10 seconds. And while you're doing that, you can start gathering the NFT contract addresses that you want to add to your new platform. All right, so that's done. I've got a note here with contract address we can add. So we'll do that. Hang on, this didn't populate quite all right, so I'm going to jump over to this one instead. So we're going to add that to the platform, your platform, and if that's requires a small transaction. Again, that might take about 10 seconds. You can be getting the next one queued up to add to your platform. And once that's done, it'll take you to your new music NFT club page on our website. So that's it for the demo. Oh, actually, there's one more thing that's pretty awesome. So I mentioned our UI is optional, and this is a very important thing to us. So you've got this over here. You can just click fork it, go to our GitHub repo. This is going to be open source, currently is already. You can just pull that down. It's based on the Zora starter kit. Pull this down, spin up your own UI, make the changes you need, and go from there. So that's it for the demo. And so in the future, we hope to finalize the MVP and prepare for mainnet and make it super easy to fork the UI for a custom experience. Right now, all of our branding is in there, so it's a little difficult. Work towards allowing more types of custom NFT contracts to be pushed to our club contracts. Collab with existing platforms and aggregators to make Release Club discoverable in other ways. And actively engage with Web3 musicians and collectives to build custom experiences utilizing Release Club. When we get to mainnet, we'll be creating a club for all of the Metabolism hackers. And SpinUp and Noom have both agreed to accept our integrations, allowing your club to be indexed as a platform. So when you add your music NFT contracts to the Metabolism Club, you'll be releasing them to the world together. And that's what puts the release in a Release Club. So we're super excited to share that with you. And that's all I've got. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And it's great to see that it's soon about to hit mainnet with already a list of people that you can bring on. So this is really cool. Congratulations. And generally like the headless nature of this thing and it being able to still survive and function without a UI. I think that's a really good feature to bake in. All right, with that, we are ready for our next demo and I want to bring on Zoraland as the next team. So feel free to get started.
All right, hello, thank you all. And so right now, if you go to Zora and if you want to just explore and look at the art, this is pretty much what you're greeted with. It's just an infinite list of React cards. And so today what we want to present to you is Zoraland. So exactly what is Zoraland? First, let me introduce myself, Chris Crawford, and my teammates, Travis Rice and Salih Siva Kumar. So Zoraland is an RPG that allows users to discover available tokens and collections on Zora through gaming. And how it works is players, like traditional games, you explore the world using cursor keys or WASD keys. Zora tokens are discovered by colliding with these little envelopes here throughout Zoraland. And after a token is discovered, players can either view a token on Zora or mint a token called a Zoraland token. And the mint function could either just be kind of proof of participation, or you can future work would be to be able to mint an actual sprite character that you can use in the game itself. That's actually a token. We made this using a combination of Phaser.js, which is a 2D game engine, and also using the Zora to enable us to metadata from some of the Zora tokens. And we also support connections to Polygon and Rinkby. So in addition to providing a gamified approach to exploring, we also implemented a multi-chain functionality. And the Mint page that you'll eventually see, it was powered by Next.js, TypeScript, Tailwind, CSS, and Web3 storage. We also use Hardhat and the Ethos libraries to both deploy and engage with the contract. So now I'm going to show you Zoraland live. The link is live. If you want to play after seeing this, feel free, let us know what you think. So you start by pressing this. And so all of these envelopes are tied to a token. So let's view this token. Well, actually, there's some envelopes tied to a token and some that aren't. But once you hit V, it'll actually take you directly to that. So if you want to make an offer on that token or just view the token, you could. So in the next example, I'm going to show you how to visit the Mint page. So now you see our mint page, and I've already connected my wallet, but you can see that you can choose between the Polygon mobile network, Ethereum, and Rinkeby. And so in this first case, let's say you found a token and you just want to show that, hey, I played this game and I want to mint the token. You can go here and click the mint button. And right here, basic standard transaction. This is going to mint and eventually give us the feedback to view it on Etherscan or in the other case of Polygon, a mobile test work. So we can also go to create. And so let's just say I have a game character that I want to eventually import. I can go in and open that media file, which is a sprite. I'm gonna just call this guy Zoraland OG. Just give it a simple ZOG, just kind of my first Zora land sprite. And in this case, I need to switch over to the Polygon network. And we're going to switch networks. And so now we should be, should be connected. I can go here and click create sprite. Go here and it's going to give us a confirmation. And we can go back and go here and eventually you'll see that this transaction should have started. Give it a little more time. Let's go check over here. It's my wallet. You can see about 1 minute ago. So that's connected. And next steps would be to actually add enemies and attacks in the environment to make it a little bit more challenging to explore the envelopes. We would also like to add a multiplayer feature and also integrate the actual characters that you minted on the blockchain into the game. Like I said, if you all want to check it out for yourselves, it's live now at webby.xyz/ethglobal. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, this is a really fun game, and can't believe you did that in a short few days. So I hope you continue working on this, and that's really nice music. This is fun background music.
Thank you.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much. And with that, we have 2 more demos to go, and then we can go into all the fun stuff, which is prizes. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Brian from Rex to get started with the demo and make sure the audio is patched in.
Okay. Hello, Web3 community. Thanks so much for dropping by. All right, I'd like to introduce you all to Rex, an on-chain music discovery and recommendation platform for Web3 and beyond. My name is Brian. I'd like to introduce the rest of my team, Christina and Gal. So why did we decide to build Rex, this music store for the metaverse? Well, right now, the problem is that Web3 music, there's a lot of really great artists out there putting their music on all kinds of different platforms and different chains. And sometimes it can be hard to find music you love with it so spread out all over the place. So that's where we come in. By using the Zora API and the Spinamp API, we can aggregate all of this great music together in one place and provide recommendations based on the music that you love. So let me talk a bit about how we make our recommendations. We use 2 primary functions. The first is collaborative filtering. This surfaces tracks that owners have in common. If you're browsing, you find a track that you like, we look at all the owners of that track and see what else they love. And we surface those recommendations to you. We've also crawled both of these indexes and done a neural net content analysis on all of this great music, adding genre tags and associating similar songs that sound the same together. So using a combination of these 2 types of filtering, we're able to provide recommendations that we think listeners are going to love. All right, so let's get into a live demo here. Pull up the app. This is our landing page. Let's start digging. we built our UI to look, you know, like a record store. You can scroll here through all the different tracks. Right now we're browsing all. Let me go ahead and connect my wallet as well to get a more personalized experience. Oops. Okay, hit connect. Okay, all set. So let's check out some music. You can see we're now on the track details page. The song's playing in our player. We can scroll back and forth. We really love this little animation here on the side of the record spinning. Here you can see that we've tagged this track with a few different tags, genre and the vibe of the music. You have a link to view it on the home page where it was minted. We have our recommendations here, our content-based recs from our neural network, and then owner-based recommendations. We have the list of owners down here. You can favorite the track if you like it, and browse more recommendations queued up to the side. Clicking a recommendation takes you to that track page. If we have Zora market data, we also display that on the track page. From here, you might want to see what else this owner has collected. There we can go to this owner's page. And we even have a page, if you've connected your wallet, for your own music. Displays the music NFTs that you own in your wallet. And it also displays songs that you've favorited through our UI. We have other features like artist search. You can browse by platform. Yeah, so that's our live demo. Let's get back to our future roadmap. Okay, so some more features that we'd like to add. Number one, artist tipping. We think there's a huge artist opportunity here. No music platform on the web today allows you to directly tip an artist that you like. We also want to enable playlist minting for curators. And we'd like to enable them to receive tips as well. Why not? They put in the time and effort to find all this great music. Show your love by sending them a little tip. And both of these can be used to improve our recommendations. That's what we're really after, trying to get the best recommendations possible for music fans everywhere. So yeah, thank you very much for watching our demo. We want to thank all of the great sponsors that made this possible and all of the great artists putting their music up on Web3. Please feel free to check out our app by following the links. If you find a bug or you want to submit a feature request, hit us up on GitHub or maybe even make a pull request. Thanks very much.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian. This was a really cool demo, and yeah, just being able to see that you get to continue building this thing is going to be even better. So congrats. And with that, we are ready for our last and 8th demo for today. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Atrium whenever you're ready.
All right, thank you, Kartik. Hey everybody, my name is Sean Deson, and for this hackathon, I created Atrium, which I call the on-chain trait economy. So to start, I'd love to go over the ethos and motivation behind the project. You see, many of our identity or PFP collections today are static, meaning that the metadata of the collection is static. If the metadata ever changes, well, it's typically random or out of the holder's control. And if the holder does have control over dynamic metadata, it's following some non-standard, unique approach or pattern. So what this means is that our identities currently conform to tokens instead of the other way around. And I think it's not far-fetched to say that as we continue embracing digital worlds and digital relationships, our identity is going to become even more important. So with that, we need customizability. And Atrium believes that the key to customizability is composability. So I'd love to switch over to Figma really quick and illustrate how that might work. So Atrium proposes something called the attribute NFT paradigm. And what it's saying is that we have a parent NFT and attribute NFTs. And the properties or attributes of the parent NFT is nothing more than a composition of the attribute NFTs. So what we're looking at here is a noun made up of 4 attributes. And because these attribute NFTs are NFTs, they can be bought, sold, and traded as you might expect. So Atrium simply facilitates the exchange of these attribute NFTs. As an example here, let's say, I grow tired of the chameleon head. It's not my favorite, and I identify much more with the bell. Well, by, let's say, purchasing the bell attribute NFT, that would automatically and reactively update the artwork of the parent NFT because they're held together under the same wallet address. All right, cool. So let's do a quick demo of the marketplace to see how this works. So we were just looking at nouns, and for this hackathon, I tailor-made the marketplace just to nouns. So what's really cool is that we're using the Zora SDK or ZDK to pull in the metadata information about the nouns collection on Ethereum. And it's cool because while I was making this project, because nouns increase the supply every single day, I've been watching these items grow as well. And I'm also using the ZDK to pull in all the attribute types that populates this select here. However, for this hackathon, I just focused on one particular property or attribute, and that is the body, which we can see here. So we have 3 different body traits that we can buy or attribute NFTs. And the NFT metadata is uploaded to IPFS using NFT storage. And these NFTs themselves are being hosted on Polygon Mumbai. Now, let's say I really like the teal light body here. I think it's going to work well with my sample noun that we were looking at. I can go ahead and interact with the Zora v3 API, specifically the v1.1 asks module. And while that's working here, I'll pull this down and we can illustrate what's happening here. So we are saying, hey, I don't want this body anymore. I would like to replace it with this one right here. And by doing so, this would automatically update the metadata in the artwork of this parent NFT using on-chain SVG rendering. All right. Now, let's say, I grow tired of the teal. It's actually my most hated color, and I'd like to sell it. Well, Atrium supports both buying and selling. So I can go ahead here, select this body teal that I just bought. I can set whatever price I'd like. I'll set my address to collect all the funds of the sale. You can also specify finder's fee. And after we confirm this transaction to create the ask via the Zora asks module, we'll see some confetti. Congratulations on your listing. So that's the demo for Atrium. I think in conclusion, Atrium enables users to customize their identities, specifically their ERC 721 PFPs. With that customization, we can now have our tokens represent our identities as opposed to the other way around, which is the current standard. And lastly, I think the future steps, the immediate next step would be to create some kind of smart contract standard, perhaps an ERC 721 extension that specifies the relationship between a parent NFT and the attribute NFTs, which is something that I'd love to work on. So if this project excites you in any way, definitely reach out. And thanks so much for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thanks also for being our last and amazing final demo. This is great. Hopefully we all get to a world where we can hot swap design in different attributes this way. It doesn't have to be NFTs. There's so many different ways you can think about this thing, including fonts from Pearl early on. You can have different font sizes too, or font weights. But this is great. Congrats. And thank you for all of the finalists for doing amazing demos. So with that, we are ready to move on to all the exciting stuff, which is talking about all the prizes that everybody's won. So before we jump into all of that, I want to quickly thank Pearl, Mixtape, Decensus, Nayad, Release Club, Zora Lane, Rex, and Atrium for being amazing and doing live demos here. And not only that, almost everybody has an app that they built, which is ready for mainnet use or being used by anybody that's watching this right now, you can head over to the project page. A lot of them already shared the links to their demos on the chat, and you can just try it out and give them feedback and actually use some of these utilities. So, and once again, for everybody who's wondering, how do I get the rest of the projects in the list and go into more details, you can head over to ethglobal.com/showcase. And you'll find everything that we saw today and that came out of this hackathon. All right, let's go into all the prizes. So I'm going to quickly run into all of this and talk about who won what. Starting off with our biggest category of amazing Zora projects and winners. So for the Zora protocol and API prizes, Zora API Dash will be taking 4 ETH for the first place. Don will be taking 2 ETH for the second place. And 1 ETH goes to Boomage for the third place best protocol integration for Zora. For the on-chain music ecosystem category, Rex will be taking in 4 ETH as the first place prize, Catalog Factory 2 ETH for second place, and Release Club 1 ETH for third place best music on-chain integration. For the NFT experiments category by Zora, Vapor will be taking in 4 ETH for the first place, and Decentralized Fan-Based Streaming Platform will be taking in 2 ETH for the second place. So congratulations to all of these teams. On top of that, each of these teams will be splitting 50% of the proceeds for the NFT sales that Zora Kickoff video makes and made. And this is something that we played on at the beginning of this event, and also it's on live on Zora. We'll share the link to on the chat. But congratulations to all these teams on not only just the ETH prizes, but also the proceeds for the sales. All right, next up is Polygon. So for the best use of Zora V3 on Polygon, Atrium wins $2,500 for the first place. Zoraland will be taking in $1,500 for the second place, and Catalog Factory will be receiving $1,000 for the third place. And Trade Rep, Header, OneBeat, Zorafy, Muzu, Imeo, Eat Live, Eureka, Ether Monitor, and Talent Musica will be receiving $500 each for being 10 runner-ups for the best use of Polygon. Well, that's a lot of prizes and a lot of teams, so congratulations to all 13 of you. Next up, we have NFT.storage, and a whopping 44 teams will be taking home equal split of $7,500. So all these teams, I'm not going to be able to read all of them here, but all 44 of you are going to be splitting $7,500 44 ways and are the official winners of the Storage Wizard prize. I will move on to the next one, but you can pause this video or come back, but also you can head over to your project pages now and see what prizes you've won. Next up, we have LivePeer. For the LivePeer prize, CFSP will be taking in first place for $2,500, Arctic Live for $1,500, second place prize, and $1,000 will go to Talent Musica for the best use of LivePeer in their project submissions. Then we have Lit Protocol. Mixtape takes in $2,500 for the first prize for the best use of Lit Protocol. Census will be taking in $1,500 for the second place for best use of Lit Protocol in their hacks, and a decentralized fan-based streaming platform will be taking in third place for $1,000. Congratulations to those 3 teams, and to 3 of you again. Then we have Noom, and Release Club will take in $500 for the best implementation, and Z-Tunes will be getting $300 for the runner-up prize. So congratulations to both of these teams. And that's all of our prizes. You can all head over to ethglobal.com/showcase and head over to your own project page. These projects will now be available on your own profile. You can see that on the sidebar. And we'll be following up with a lot more details on how all of that works. But to summarize, everything that we announced is tentative and not final, which means that we will be verifying everybody's code bases before signing the prizes to make sure that everything was built over the course of the hackathon and no pre-work was done. And every prize except NFT.storage prizes will be delivered by the ETH Global team, and we'll be connecting you directly to the Protocol Labs team or the NFT storage team to deliver the NFT.storage prize. So for the prizes that the ETH Global team is delivering, we will be giving those prizes out by the 19th of August. So that's about 10 days from now. You'll be able to receive all the next steps and the prizes. So please keep an eye out for that. And we'll be sharing the same message on Discord as well, so that you know what the timelines are in case you're not watching this live right now, which you would not know. And before we wrap up this event, I want to say a quick few thank yous to make sure that we really take the time to appreciate all the people that made this event possible. And that includes our amazing judges, mentors, volunteers, speakers, and partners, and of course, you as hackers. So quick thank you to our judges who spent the time on a Monday, hours talking to 100 projects, getting to hear about what they built, giving them feedback, and learning more about how they can take their projects to the next level. So congratulations to all the teams, and thank you so much to all of our judges. I want to thank all of our amazing volunteers and mentors who are here helping people get unblocked on their projects, answering questions on the technical side, answering questions on the logistical piece, and also facilitating all these sessions and summits and the judging we do behind the scenes, coordinating this with hundreds of people over 50 plus countries. It wasn't an easy job, and I want to thank all of them for making this really incredible for all of us. I also want to thank all of our amazing speakers. They did so many workshops and talks and participated in our summits to really talk about what they're excited about and what we all should be excited about. So thank you so much to all of our speakers and our amazing partners. These are the individual partners that we work with from the Zora team and all of our sponsors that were really key in making this hackathon successful. So thank you so much for helping us make sure that this event is successful for all of the hackers and participants. And of course, I want to thank the ETH Global team for doing all the work behind the scenes to really make sure that you have a consistently great experience. So a quick shout out to Chloe, Danish, Kevin, Ivan, Kevin Kudikis, Kree, Luigi, Minnie, and Moaz, Luke, Emily, Andrew, and Jacob from the ETH Global team who tirelessly made sure this event exceeds our expectations, our own expectations, to really give you all the best experience and welcome you to the Web3 ecosystem. And before we wrap up, I want to take a quick second and talk about what does it mean for us to have finalists. So if you are participating at the ETH Global Hackathon for the first time, we kind of want to emphasize that ETH Global events are an opportunity for people to experiment and learn, and these are not designed as competitions. So while there are prizes, there is no first, second, third, and officially everybody that came on and presented their demo, so all 8 of these teams are officially in first place. And as part of being the finalists, we'll be giving each team member 1,000 USDC. So congratulations to all of the teams that came on. So in addition to all the prizes you may have won from our partners, ETH Global will be adding $1,000 per person to you as well. So congratulations. And I want to thank everybody who made this event possible and took the time to participate and really do some creative building and really understand and stay excited about what's happening in the Zora ecosystem and broadly the Web3 community. So congratulations. And before we wrap up, I want to tease and talk about what's next for us. So we have a lot more events going on this year. So I'll quickly give a preview for the next 2 months look like, and you can see the rest of it on our website. But our next in-person hackathon is going to be in Mexico City, Mexico, and that is happening next Friday. So about 9 days from now, on August 19th. So if you're around, please consider showing up and applying to attend ETH Mexico in person. We'd love to meet some of you in person as well, especially as we do a lot of online events. And then after that is our biggest event of the year, ETH Online. We're going to be taking all of September and bringing in thousands of people to talk about what is happening in this ecosystem, covering all the latest in dev tools, the merge, DeFi, NFTs, the broader ecosystem and community, fully the whole package on what's going on, and give a state of the union on essentially how the rest of this ecosystem is progressing. And that includes a 1,000+ person event with a hackathon. So please sign up for ETH Online. We'll see so many of you there and bring on so many amazing partners to work with. And then after that will be ETH Bogota as part of an event that precedes the week to DevCon. So join us in Bogota, Colombia, if you are attending DevCon, the official Ethereum Developer Conference, on October 7th to 9th. And that's the next 3 events from us. You can head over to ethglobal.com. Oh, actually, I do have another one, ETH San Francisco. So after the DevCon and Bogota event, we are going to be bringing everybody back in SF. And on November 4th to 6th, we'll be doing ETH San Francisco in person. This is also going to be a massive event for us. It's the last time we did the same event was about 4 years ago. So we can't wait to bring back some of the nice things we did back then and do a review and preview of what's coming and what's changed in the past 4 years. So all of that is available on ethglobal.com. You can head over to the website and see all the upcoming events and everything that came out of this, whether it's talks from all of the previous events and Metabolism or sign up for any of the future hackathons we're doing or attend any of the summits. So thanks, everybody. With that, we are officially at a wrap for Metabolism. I want to thank all of you for taking the time to be here, to talk to us, to participate in this event. And in the meantime, enjoy some lo-fi beats, and I'll see you all online and some of you in person next week. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.